Our second speaker this evening, John Schneyer, Quiet Heroes. Quiet Heroes, John Schneyer.
Have you ever put off doing something important? Put it off and put it off, always thinking you'll have more time, and then run out of time? Contest Master, I learned the danger of doing that through a dream. Fellow Toastmasters, I invite you to share my dream with me. Imagine you are in a church with me, and it's filled with friends and family. My Father is lying before me, still and waiting. If you have ever been nervous giving a speech, you might know the fear I felt that day as I gave my father's eulogy. I could hear myself talking about my father, all the things he meant to me, all the great things he did for me, when I realized these were words he would never hear. I had run out of time. Dad was gone. I could see myself start to tremble and shake. I felt my heart pounding in my chest till it felt like it was going to explode. And that's when I shot up in bed and realized I had been dreaming. And my father was still alive. You would have seen me shaking, scared, soaked in sweat, but relieved that it had just been a dream. It was too early to call Dad, but I thought about him and all he meant to me. And I thought about the other people who would help me in my life. I thought about my heroes. I grew up in New York, and on the evening news, we would see a fire raging in a high-rise building. Imagine you see a fireman coming down a tall ladder with a baby tucked under one arm and a puppy cupped in the other, saving them both. What would you call that fireman? A hero, right? Yeah, he's going to get the keys to the city. He'll be in the headline news. You might even see him on The Tonight Show. Yeah, I wanted to be that fireman. What about the quiet heroes? Behind the scenes. How about people like the fire inspectors? You know, they write codes. They do inspections in the middle of the winter, in the heat of the summer, preventing fires and saving countless babies and puppy dogs. You don't see them in the headlines much, do you? Now, our quiet heroes, they're a lot harder to notice. As a little kid, I loved baseball. And my hero then, and maybe yours, was Mickey Mantle. Star center fielder for the New York Yankees. Oh, Mickey, he was big, he was strong, he was fast as a deer. Mickey hit towering home runs. Ooh, still going. Mickey got a lot of headlines. And I'll tell you, I wanted to be just like Mickey Mantle. My dad, he's just an ordinary guy. There are no headlines for him. Every day of my life, I saw him limp because he had a terrible back. And he would take the train from our house into New York City and back each day to work. With a jostling would just shoot pain up his spine the whole ride. Yet, this ordinary guy would take me out after dinner every night to play baseball. He would pitch to me, he would hit to me, and he would catch so I could pitch. I can still see him with his little stool, giving me the target. Come on, John! Give me a hard one! I'd reach back, fire a flaming fastball. Bam! He'd come up shaking his hand. Woo! That was a good one, John. Even Mickey Mantle couldn't have hit that one. Hey, I was 10. I paid attention. I listened. You know, he was always so supportive of me. I just took him for granted. Isn't that what dads are for? After 3 years, I finally got to pitch in a game. Oh, I could see my father beaming with pride. Oh, son, great job. Your hard work has finally paid off. You know, it wasn't until years later that I realized it was actually Dad's hard work that had paid off. Oftentimes our dreams are about things we want to have. The fancy house, the fast car, lots of money. My dream showed me what I already had, but was taking for granted. I called my father later that day. I told him about my dream and everything he meant to me. Every lesson he taught me, the value of being on time, being dependable, and trusting myself. Dad was thrilled that I took the time to call him and share. And he loved remembering the lessons. On that day, he realized his hard work had paid off. And I realized what dads are really for. Sometimes our quiet heroes are right in front of us, and we don't see them. That happened to me, but it doesn't have to happen to you. Who are your heroes? Have you told them? Stop putting it off. Recognize your quiet heroes. Let them know how much they mean to you while they're still here to hear you. Let them know while you still have time. Let them know before you are sitting in church and they are lying here, still